Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Beta and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel I show you simple but effective ways of maintaining a stress-free financial life. If you haven't already, I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel. And now let's get into today's video. Well, hello everyone and happy Friday to you. I wanted to apologize first and foremost for not getting Wednesday's video up for you. I filmed it, I edited it, and I didn't get a chance to upload it. It was just one of those crazy days. So it's actually going to be tomorrow's upload because I did want to get it up before next week anyway. It's going to be the Etsy and YouTube cash stuffing from the month of August. And also, just really quickly, please excuse the state of my current manicure, but I was really hard on my nails this week when I was like cleaning and just doing house things. But it has been requested that if I change up my nail polish color, that I mention what it is, especially if it's a current color. This is called Lady Marmalade, and it's really kind of tough to tell because the lighting is a little wonky today because it's a little bit later in the day than I'm usually filming. But it's a really rich brown toned burgundy and I love it. It's perfect for fall. And I'm not ready for fall, but also I really love the colors of fall. So it's kind of it's a weird spot to be in, but this is a light lacquer color. So I will go ahead and leave it linked below for you in case you guys are interested. I am not sponsored by her. She does not know that I exist, but I'm a big fan of her nail polish and I always like to talk about it here, especially because I think it's really important that you spend money on quality things if you're going to spend money, and her nail polish is definitely quality. So like I said, I'm filming later in the day than I would like to, so I'm just going to jump right in here. We don't have that many expenses to go over, which is nice, but I will just jump in the interest of saving myself the daylight. I want to ask your patience because I have actually already also filmed my bill condensing video. And as many of you will know, if you've been around here for a while, making change that first week afterward is always a process that requires a little bit of patience because I've really condensed the bills down in these envelopes. And so I'm hoping that I can find exact change, but nevertheless, we move forward. So I am going to just grab out actually my bank return tracker so that I have these right next to each other because it's just so much easier. Today is the 12th. So I will write that down, and we are just going to start with high priority sinking funds and we'll work our way down by binder, not category. So let me just check first here. Well, that helps. Car expenses is right in here. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay. This was actually our oil change, so everybody can rest easy. We got it taken care of. I need $89. Oh, that's right. So we had, Mr. Simple and I had discussed this. I took 250 out for the bill condensing video, which you will see next Wednesday. And he was like, you're not going to have enough in the envelope right away, but we're just going to stuff it less throughout the rest of September. And that will compensate for that. Because we don't really take hits in our, or we don't spend from this envelope very regularly. So it's not that big of a deal if it's at a deficit for a little bit. So 50, 70, 71, 72, and 73, I'm going to unstuff entirely. And then I'll know what I will not stuff it for the rest of the month. So $73 is what I had in here. I have 0 left. Car expenses. Oh boy, this is going to be a pen day. Yeah, I mean, look, that didn't even write. All right, I'm just gonna let that go for a minute. So I'm gonna take this 50, oh wait, I think that's the 100 slot, 50, 20, and then these 3 ones. That's gonna be helpful for making change. I was supposed to return 89 though. So let me just really quickly, so that is a difference of $16. So I will just know to stuff it less $16. That's not the page I want. I go into my funding plan I go down to car expenses, and then I will just put minus 16 over here, and I'll probably take the remaining like $45, stuff it less the 16, and still try to split it up evenly in 3 weeks. I'll see. We'll see how that works. Either way, that one is tracked. Let me go and see. Oh, medical. I have to return 13, and that's actually going to do it for high priority sinking funds. No way do I have exact change. No way. 10, 11, 12, 13. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It's pure luck. It's pure luck. Okay, so I have 25 left in medical. I returned 13. Why does it not want to write on this paper? I mean, I'm gonna have to get a new pen. Okay, I went from one bad pen to another, but hopefully this bad pen works better than that other bad pen. Okay, either way, medical, okay, we're done. We're done with that one. And like I said, that is actually it for high priority sinking funds. So we can move into low priority sinking funds now. And actually first up, I'm gonna go back and grab Mr. Simple's money from his, because he did buy his weights. And so we have to return what's in his envelope. And we said 99. So I'll just pull the 100 and grab a 1, and now in his envelope he has 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh no, I returned 99. He has 15. I didn't do that. Okay, no. His, and then let me just cross that out really quickly. And now I'll go to Pretty Hair and grab 21. There we go. Is that, oh no. Okay, so Pretty Hair actually has 2 different expenses. This was for my haircut this week. So it's 95 and 21. They're 2 different expenses because one is the tip and then one is the actual haircut. So 116, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 105. And I'll just grab 11 from my spending. Oh, I don't have, okay. Do I have ones here? No, but you know who did have ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that 5 there. And then I needed 11. All right, let me just double check that really quickly. So I need 116, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 15, and 16. And that is all straightened out for that one. Okay. Let's see, Pretty Hair. Okay, so I actually did Pretty Hair. Yo, these pens, don't ever, if you see these at Target, don't ever buy them. They're the worst pens ever. So I returned, oh shoot. So, oh, I think I took 16 from hers, right? No, I took 11 from hers. So I took 105. I do have to track this properly from Pretty Hair, and 11 from hers. And there's nothing left in Pretty Hair, and I didn't get a balance check on hers. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right. So I crossed that one off and I crossed that one off. So that's good. What we have left, it looks like, is just in holiday sinking funds. So I'm gonna move right along there. And first up, we have let's just do vacation. So it's 88 and 44. And these were actually a continuation of expenses that we did. We went, if you watched any of my videos last week, we went down to Waco for our anniversary. And so we're pulling the day, like the expenses from the day from vacation. Even though it wasn't a vacation, it was still like a little staycation. So that's why we're doing it that way. And we have the money there, and that's sort of what it's there for also. So we're very excited to be able to fund that. With that, so 132, so 140, and I need to pull back 8, 5, oop, shoot. Where do I have ones? I know where I have ones. I have ones in here. Back in toiletries. Not enough. See, this is the problem with doing a bill condensing. No, I have 4 ones. Let's see. No. Okay. So I brought back the 5, but I didn't have the remaining change. Let me see. Yeah, vacation, and then Christmas is next, and I don't think I have. No. Okay. So I'm just gonna call that, I paid 140. I'm gonna put that 5 back, and then I will just probably stuff it like extra in one of my next stuffings, I think is how I'm gonna work that. Because it's easier than trying to make the change, and the vacation money is not really that important for like exact dollar amounts in the envelope at the time anyway. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna say I returned 140, and if I messed up with that change in that exchange there, I'll know when I count at the end. And then I had 105 in the envelope, vacation. And then I'll know that I actually have an excess of, all right, I have an extra $8 basically to stuff it at some point throughout the month. And that's how I'll handle that. I'm sorry if this is confusing, if this is your first time watching one of these videos. I promise sometimes they're just wonky like this, and then other times they're much more streamlined. It makes no sense. But last step is gonna be Christmas, and I need to stuff, or I'm sorry, return 31. So I'm sure that change is gonna be hard to come by with this one also. Yeah, I'm just gonna return 30, and then I'll just have a $1 deficit that I will deal with at some point along the way. But at least I've gotten most of it taken care of. So there's 150 left in the envelope. I returned 30 to Christmas. So with this one, I can just go in and put a -1 so that I know. Oh, and you know what? I can actually put +8 on my funding plan. So -1 on Christmas, and then vacation. Where's vacation? Down here. I'll just do +8. So that I know that I can return that $8 to the envelope at some point in one of these stuffings, and then I have to subtract $1 from one of these stuffings. And that's how we handle stuff like that, especially after I've done a bill condensing where I don't have a lot of ones in my envelope and things can get a little crazy. So let me just go ahead really quickly and add up my expected amount here. Oh, I'm sorry if that is my daughter sneezing in the background. So let me just add up this cash. So it's gonna be 73 from car expenses, 13 from medical, 99 from his, 105 from pretty hair, 11 from hers, 140 from vacation, and then 30 from Christmas. So I should have $471 sitting over here. So let's give her a count and double check. 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 310, 330, 50, 70, 80, 90, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 71. So even though it was a little wonky, I did land where I needed to. And like I said, I will just stuff those categories appropriately based off of the numbers that I didn't have for change, or if I have a deficit, I will correct that as well. So that's how we do it. I do apologize if it was confusing. I promise, I always say this in these videos, that the more you watch this kind of content, the more it will make sense. And also, please, please, please make sure that you're diversifying your content consumption, because I may not explain something in the way that your brain will receive it best, but somebody else might. Or if their life circumstances are similar to yours, that might help too, because they may remind you of categories that maybe you hadn't thought of before. So there's many reasons to watch a variety of different content creators, not the least of which is the system itself and how people make it work for them. Maybe that other person's system makes more sense to you. So anyways, that's going to do it for me for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, I would love it so, so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. I will be back here with you guys again tomorrow. Like I said, the video that I filmed and recorded for Wednesday, I'm putting up tomorrow. And then I will also be back here with you guys again on Monday for our second cash stuffing of September. So stay tuned for those. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and you all have a good one until I see you on Monday. Bye, everyone.